player opinion, Douglas Luiz. Doggy is a tremendous player, absolutely tremendous. He is a absolute delight to have in this squad because he brings so much energy. He brings an element of reassurance to our midfield. He scores goals. You know, he's come on so much since he first joined us at Villa. And, you know, it's remarkable to think we only paid 13 million because at the rate he's going, you know, he's going to be worth a good 70, 80 million, possibly more. And I mean, personally, I think it's a bit harsh that it's taken him so long to be called up for Brazil. I think it should have happened a lot sooner. But he's obviously now been called up for Brazil, and deservedly so. He's better than Guimaraes. He's better than Fred. He's better than probably most of the midfielders that are Brazilian in the Premier League. I don't know about other leagues. It's hard to compare players from other leagues. He is by far Villa's best player. I think when he's not playing, you can tell the difference. We do struggle without him, and although that's not maybe a good thing for us, you know, it also shows how much quality he brings to our side. You know, he's at just that level of blood because he's just come on so much, and obviously having Kamara alongside him is important as well, because Kamara does all the defensive work, and you know, Luiz has enabled the opportunity to attack, and I think he is massively underrated. Obviously Arsenal are keen, which is nice, but I think they need to keep their hands off, because honestly, like, you know, this is our find. You know, this was our diamond in the rough. Obviously we saw something in him a few years ago, so we bought him. You know, it's Arsenal's loss, and I don't think it's fair that, you know, Arsenal go, oh, you know, we'll pay you more, we'll do this, we'll do that. I don't think that's fair that they would get to sort of go, you know, take him. I think he's happy at Villa, and I think although his Brazilian mate Coutinho has gone, although albeit out on loan, I think he's still happy at the club, and that's important. As I say, he only signed a new contract last season, I want to say, and it was quite about 4 years on it, so I don't think he'll be going anywhere anytime soon unless something changes. But the way he's playing, and I don't think Arsenal don't play in the way we do. They don't play with the double pivot. They don't play a four in midfield. They don't play all this, you know, Emery stuff. And I don't think Emery would approve of Luiz going to Arsenal of all clubs. And I know, you know, I think sometimes, even though Arsenal would probably be, you know, Arsenal would be a dream for him to go to, not everything works out. You know, things like that don't always work out, because it, you know, if you're playing well somewhere, why leave? He's getting enough game time, probably more than he should be, because we just rely on him so heavily. And, you know, we're doing well for once, so I can't see him leaving. We'll have to see what happens. But he is an underrated player, and probably should be looking at, you know, a lot of clubs will be looking at him very soon, and probably already should be. He is an underrated player, and, you know, he was always a diamond in the rough. When we bought him, we never really knew what we were going to get, and we never really saw the best out of him for a long time. But you could see the quality was there, You know, you could see that sort of Brazilian midfielder vibes were there. We just had to find a way to unlock it, and you know, he's really stepped up. It'd be nice to see him start shooting off corners again soon though, because we don't seem to score a ridiculous amount of goals from set pieces that unless Torres is on them. So Luiz, he's brilliant at set pieces. His penalties are ridiculous. You know, his free kicks, I don't really know what's going on with free kicks. We seem to just pick and choose who takes them, but you know, often he'll get it on target, he'll do something nice with it. You know, his corners are good, and you know, his consistency's been pretty good this season. Overall, very impressive. And SofaScore, his average rating is like 7.3 or something, which is pretty good for a Villa player. It might even be more now. I haven't looked in a while. And I think that is a really impressive stat to have. He's our highest scored player on SofaScore. You know, he's got the highest average. He's a consistently playing player. You know, this is what clubs like in players. This is what they want to see, and hopefully, within time, you know, we see the absolute ultimate version of Douglas Luiz. He's in his prime now. He's what, 24, 25. He's still not reached his prime, in my opinion. He will get there, and you know, we'll see the best version of Dougie ever, because I think that's still boiling. It's still coming. I think there's still more to come than what we've got now, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's capable of, more of. And I'd like to give credit to his obviously double pivot partner, what's his name, Boubacar Kamara. I forgot his name for a second. I think he has been a massive help in improving Douglas Luiz as well as Unai Emery. I think Kamara's enabled Luiz to understand his role a bit more, and he's enabled him to attack as well, while Kamara does more defensive work. So I'm interested to see what you lot are all thinking of Luiz's improvement, and you know, do you think he's got another level above him, or you know, has he reached his prime? Has he reached his top level? We'll have to wait and see, but for now I'm going to say Douglas Luiz is a ridiculously underrated player.